Don't get me wrong.
A lot of families out there who don't believe boys should play girls' sports.
They're not boys. I'm not going to listen to transphobia at this table. I am not going to listen to you call a trans girl a boy.
Are you going to allow me to finish my explanation?
When you use a word that's a slur, I'm going to interrupt. That's not how it is. They're not boys. They're not boys. They're not playing girls' softball. I'm not going to sit there and listen to that.
Let's reset for a second because, look, this is a really heated issue, right? And Sharmichael, I know you. I know that you understand that people have different views on this. I think out of respect for Jay, let's try to talk about this in a way that is respectful.
Even if he did not mean that in that way, can you even imagine that certain people might be offended?
Okay, so let me rephrase this since I'm being targeted here.
I don't. Just to be clear, you are not being
but
targeted.
I am. But it's okay.
I'm specifically saying that I know that you are not intending to be transphobic.
He should know that I'm not. But he wants to sit here and bloviate.
I'm saying you're using a phrase that you know.
So the way
you're not being targeted, but generally you have to speak different.
Regular calling you transphobic, I'm saying you're using a phrase that you know.
So the way regular people interpret it,
that's not regular people. That's not regular people. There's no consensus that these are actually boys. This whole thing about trans girls is a canard. We're talking about a tiny, tiny sliver of the population.
That may be the
and we're using that
my point in
to
terms
take
of
away
its
healthcare from
effectiveness.
Thousands of people.
Hold on, just get to your point.
My point in terms of its effectiveness, regular people with children look at these things and they say, you know what, this is a bit too far. I do not agree with this. I don't like this. I think Democrats are going way too much to the left on social issues. They're uncomfortable with it. A lot of people believe that. A lot of families believe that. You may disagree with that reality, but that's why Republicans kept running those ads over and over and over again, because they saw the metrics suggested that they were working.
In those ads over and over again and using rhetoric like you just used, saying this is boys playing girls sports. First of all, we're talking about 5 people in the entire country.
You would prefer?
We're talking about trans girls being allowed to play with the people who are in their gender. And if you don't believe, you don't have to listen to me. Listen to the American Medical Association, the American Psychological Association.
The American Medical Association.
This is not about.
Daily Mail finally had the permission to trust the expert. In Holland, most gender-confused children grow out of it, landmark 15-year study concludes. As critics say, it shows how being trans is usually just a phase for kids. I'm not denying how they're feeling and all the things they're going through. I'm just calling out, while going through that, be careful what you give to them that might be permanent.
This is my last political post, okay? I'm gonna lay it to rest. Let me just tell you guys, I'm not crying happy tears. I'm not gonna be apologetic for being excited, because if it was the other way around, all of the Kamala supporters would celebrate. I want to say that first. I'm very relieved because I voted what I believe in, and I felt heavy on my heart that it's the right thing. So knowing that it was the decision the American people made, I'm relieved and I'm very happy. Very, very happy, okay? It's the very first day of finding out the election results. All of us are happy. I'm very happy. But I'm not going to continue to post about it, but I'm also not going to be sorry about it. And I always talked about how my family, sorry, I don't want to make this more than once. I always talked about how my family had different beliefs, my grandma and my mom and my sister, and how we always got along. And I wore my grandma's sweater to go vote, and I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to cry, okay? But my heart's broken.
Try not to cry.
Yeah, try it. My grandma just sent me a very sad text. It broke my heart. And my mom has yet to text me back today. My point of making this video is to say that I am very happy, and I expressed how happy I was. And I'm not going to be sorry for that. I'm completely heartbroken that my family is taking it how they are. I never did this to them when Biden won. Never. But I am done with political posts. From here on out, it's back to normal. If you don't like me because of who I voted for and you have to unfollow, go ahead. My own family unsubscribed from my life, so you can too. I promise. It doesn't get worse than that.
I can imagine just because I want to vote for a person, somebody would say that to me. But at the same time, no, it makes sense when people make jokes about, I don't mind tell you the position I have sex with my wife, but I will never tell you what kind of politics I believe in. As a kid, I was like flabbergasted, but now it makes sense.
This video is for the people who did not vote for Trump. So if you voted for Trump, you can scroll along.
Oh, okay.
If you did not vote for Trump, we are this up.
What did you say?
We have got to do something different, and we keep doing the same thing, and we keep not learning our lesson, and it's not working. We keep talking to Trump voters as if they are us, as if they care about the same things that we care about, as if they think the same way that we think. They don't. They don't care about what we care about, and they don't think the way that we think. And we are banging our heads against a wall when we keep doing this. We have to change the way that we talk to Trump voters and think about Trump voters. And for this conversation, I want to exclude the extreme MAGA folk. So let's take them out of the equation. I think that, yes, they're there, but I think they're in the minority.
You smart.
Finally, remove the extreme. Let's talk in the middle, if you want to talk in the middle.
I want to talk about Republicans. I want to talk about people that are pretty middle of the road, but they leaned towards Trump. I think that's a huge number of people. I don't think these people are raging racists. I don't think these people are raging misogynists. But what I do think is that for most Trump voters, the most important things to them are these two things: their bank account and their security. And by security, I mean power. But we keep talking to them about things like dismantling the patriarchy, dismantling systems of racism, capitalism, and how it's destroying everything. The prison industrial complex, white supremacy. They may care about those things, but they don't care about them more than their bank account and their security/power. Above all else, Trump voters want money in their pocket. And who doesn't? They want lower prices at the gas pump. They want to pay lower taxes. They want to be able to take a vacation once a year with their family. They want to be able to buy a new car. They want to be able to pay their mortgage or the rent without struggling every month.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
And who doesn't want that? They also want to feel like their jobs are not in jeopardy. They want to feel secure and safe in their own home. This is why they feel like immigrants are a threat, because immigrants are coming to take their jobs.
And to add context, even if I'm helping other people to have a life just like me, I'm surprised that I can even get the same help just like them, because I'm working hard.
Immigrants are a threat because immigrants are coming to take their jobs. Immigrants are bringing drugs and crime over the border. This is what they believe. Whether or not it's true, it doesn't matter. It's what they believe, and they have a real fear of it. And we need to address that. We need to start taking them seriously, because we just look at all of this and we say, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Look at the numbers. It's not true. It's not factual. And it doesn't matter whether it's true and factual. It's how they feel. And so as long as we keep invalidating their feelings, we are going to lose. We have to be able to look at what they're saying and how they're feeling and take them seriously, not just write them off as stupid, uneducated rednecks. Like I said, I don't think most of these people are raging misogynists and racists. I don't. I think that they would, before dismantling systems of patriarchy and capitalism and racism and misogyny, if those two things they felt were in check, if they had the money in their bank account and they felt secure and didn't feel like their guns might get taken from them, and they didn't feel like immigrants were coming to steal their jobs, then they might actually have space to care about the things we care about and the things that we prioritize, but they don't have space for that. And so they're going to vote with their best interests in mind, of course, who doesn't? And those best interests are money and security. And we have to start talking to them about those two things. We have to start acknowledging and validating their thoughts and their feelings instead of writing them off and trying to change their minds and make them care about what we care about.
And I'm not sure that's going to happen, because to make them feel that they have money in their account, you need to take less money from their account, because you believe that you need to help other people, either if you want to get their votes or not. So you will never do that until it happens to your bank account. And most people that spew this message are either receiving it at home without doing a lot, or they don't really feel it because they live in a gated community. And who gets all the claps? Middle class and working class people. And guess what? The amount of Latinos that voted for Trump are middle class and working ass people who make babies.
Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo.
So they already appreciate the babies that you're like, well, you had the choice. And they're like, well, we celebrate.
And by the way, I think the narrative and rhetoric of men in America just hate women is reductive and unproductive. I don't think the majority of the men in America have raging hate toward women. I think that's a minority, and we need to just stop with that rhetoric because it's just not helpful. And I'm a raging liberal and I'm a raging feminist, so please don't come at me for saying that. And this move to be less reactive, to be less judgmental, to listen, to understand, has to come from us. It's not going to come from them. They're already in power. They've already won. They don't have a leader that is going to encourage that kind of communication. So it has to come from us. We have to start this new pattern of not trying to turn them into us. But we need to get our shit together because this is not working.
So MSNBC, please listen.
Nope, stop talking, go to jail.
There's this sense, right, that whiteness, right, is under threat. The demographic shifts. The country isn't what all of these racially ambiguous children on Cheerios commercials are confusing the hell out of me. Right?
Eddie, a lot of people voted because their life's too damn expensive, and it was here, and it
they
was
voted for. You're telling me, Stephanie, that all of these people who believe that their lives are, that bread is too high and eggs are too high, that they voted for a convicted felon, a guy who said we can grab the pea.
I think that a lot.
They voted for this
listen,
guy.
I'm not defending it, but I think there are tons of people that don't pay attention to, and I'm not defending it, don't pay attention to politics at all. But while we live in the most prosperous country in the world, people are saying, life's not fair, I'm not doing well, my son's still living in the basement, I can't seem to get a job, I don't like the status quo, I'm voting for something else, and he was
I
the person.
love you to life,
I love you,
but I do not believe that. I cannot believe that. And the reason I think you believe it is because you don't want to believe that that's what's really motivating them. It's always the case. People don't want to believe what the country actually is, because if they believe it, they're going to have to confront what's in them. I don't believe that. They voted for a crook, a person who they know is stealing from, just doing everything to undermine the so-called country that they love. And then they're telling us the BS that it's economics. We know that's not true.
You don't believe that. What did you say about that fruit?
I literally just did grocery shopping right at Whole Foods, and look at this. Look at this. Guess how much this is? Okay, this is an apple. It's called a sugar beet fucking apple, apparently. And look at it. The size of my palm. I thought it was probably just like $2 to $3. I scanned this mother effer. I scanned it. $7.
I cannot believe that.
Because the fact that you don't believe that you're causing that price hike, I don't believe you. And that's why you keep on losing. So please keep opening your mouth. Because all I'm gonna do is say this. How do you like them apples when you lose again?
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk. Criollo colombici jam jam. Turloqueta verdeta welcome.